Welcome to Divine Mock Test channel. Divine Mock Test channel on YouTube. Please like and comment on the comment section. If you need any help practically, you can contact me on 647-289-6514. 647-289-6514. I am currently in Orangeville Drive Test Center, and I am going to be taking you through the G route. The G route. Now there are two routes that they take in Orangeville. They either take you to Route A or Route B, and I am going to be covering both. I will cover the first one, and then in the next video will be the Route B. So please take note and make sure when you come in for your G test, you watch both channels before you come. And once again, if you need any help, feel free to contact us, and we will be happy to help you out. So I am driving around the parking lot, and in Orangeville, due to vehicular and human traffic at the front of the plaza, they use the back of the building. They use the back of the plaza. So pay attention, careful attention, and then I am going to be showing you everything. So coming up is the back of the plaza. Make sure on your way out you keep to your lane. Very important. There are no line markings. There are no markings on the ground behind the building. And that does not mean you should be driving in the middle of the road or anyhow. At the end of the building, we are taking left, which is the Route A, and there is a hidden stop sign coming up. Make sure you come to a complete stop, signal your intention, and stop right before the pole. No part of the car passes the pole. There is no line on the ground, and therefore the pole becomes your reference. Creep up slowly and gently, scanning through the intersection, watching out for both pedestrians and oncoming vehicles. Do not rush your way out. Now it is empty, so I scanned through, conducted my right, left, right check before going on the road. And the speed here in the neighborhood in Orangeville is 40. 40 is the default speed limit. And I am taking a left on 3rd Street. I pass the pole, I go to the line. There is a line here, and it is always first come, first serve. So I came first, I took my left on 3rd Street, and it is 40. There is a zero tolerance for overspeeding in the 40 zones. So make sure you keep your eye on the speedometer. And you are required to conduct your mirror check every 5 to 9 seconds. Left, center, right, right, center, left. Every 5 to 9 seconds. It is always here. I am continuing on 3rd Street, and it is always first come, first serve. Make sure you come to a complete stop. Very, very important. No creeping. No rolling stop. And I am making a right onto First Avenue. First Avenue. and we are driving straight up. First Avenue is also 40. And there is a stop sign coming up with a two-way beneath, two-way under the stop sign as posted. What does two-way means? Two-way means the two of you facing each other. Who comes first goes first. But ultimately the road, those on the road in front of us, to your left and right, they have right of way. So make sure you yield right of way. So I came before this white car, so I have to make my way before him. And it is still 40. And at the stop sign, you will be asked to turn right. And it is a non-all way. So therefore, you yield right of way. So I stop fully at the line. Make sure no part of the car passes the line. Creep up slowly and make your way onto the street. And it is 50. This is First Street. And it is 50 as posted. So make sure you keep up to your speed. And we're going downhill. Make sure you cover your brake and control the speed with your brakes. Whenever you're going uphill, you need the gas to control the speed. And whenever you're going downhill, you need the brakes to control the speed. And they will be watching out for that. No overspeedings and no underspeeding. If overspeeding can fail you, underspeeding can equally fail you. So watch out. And we're still going straight on First Street. Going straight on First Street, and it's still 50. Make sure you perform your 5 to 9 seconds mirror check and look through or scan through every intersection you go through. Scan every intersection you go through. They want you to watch out for emergency vehicles, the ambulance, the police, and the fire trucks. So they want you to check your mirrors and also scan through the intersections so you pull over for them once you spot them. We are heading towards the highway. So I signal right. And we are turning right onto Highway 10 south. And this is the speeding ramp. I call it the runway. This is where you gather speed to fly. So make sure you are 80. The highway is 80. So you have your 80 to merge. Unless the road is busy, unless there's traffic on the highway, you are required to meet up with the maximum speed to merge. So make sure you pick up your speed on the runway or the speeding ramp to merge. And it is 80. The highway here at Orangeville is cool because it has traffic lights on them. And you will be asked to change lane a couple of times Make sure you signal your intention. Check your blind spot before changing lane. And it is MSB, mirror signal blind spot, before you change your lane. Or it is, you can also go by the smog, SMOG, signal, mirror, look over your shoulder and go. Signal, mirror, over your shoulder and go. Smog. It's either MSB or smog. The highway is 80. And at the next light coming up, we are exiting right. So if there is no traffic hold up in front of you, make sure you exit with 80. Get on the exit ramp and then you slow down on the exit ramp, because you don't want to impede those behind you that are going straight. So over here there is a yielding sign. There's a yielding sign. So yield right of way to those coming on your left. Have your signal on. And once your lane is free, you conduct your blind spot check and merge the road. And it is 50. And this road leads to downtown Orangeville. So as you can see ahead of you on the ground, there's a sign that says right exit. That is the arrows on the ground. So even if the examiner is quiet, you exit. Don't try to change lane and go and continue forward. Turn right. We are back into the neighborhood. And we are making a left on 2nd Avenue. And it is first come, first serve. And mind you, you are going to be taking on the highway twice. So we are going back on the highway. Taking a left turn on 2nd Street. It is a first come, first serve. And at the light, we are making a left turn. We are making a left turn onto Broadway. We are making a left onto Broadway. Patiently waiting for the green. And make sure you scan through the intersection as you make your way onto Broadway. And it is 15. This is downtown Orangeville. It is 50. Speed limit on Broadway is 50. And as you go down the hill, make sure you are on your brakes and keep to the right. Keep to the curb. And you will be asked to change lane to the left. You signal, check your blind spot, mirror blind spot, and then you change lane safely when safe. We're still continuing on Broadway. And we're going back on the highway. So they're going to ask you to change lane to the left. And once you change lane to left, the signal stays on. And we're turning left onto the highway turn. And we're going northbound this time. So you turn left to the left lane. Don't go right away to the right. Change to the right and left first. Speed up. Make sure you gather 80 before you switch to the right. And switching to the right is by default. It's by default. You don't wait for the examiner to tell you. That is what I mean by default. You change to right by default. So as soon as you make a left, you have to pick up. Don't rush your lane change to the right. Pick up your speed, settle in the left lane first. It should be fast though, so don't waste time. Quickly pick up your speed, and then once you are about 80, you change to the right. You don't wait again. You don't wait for the examiner to tell you. And eventually, they're going to ask you to change back to the right. Please take note, if you are close to intersection, changing lane within the intersection is a no-no. It is against the rule or the law. So usually they trick students and ask you to change close to the intersection. If you are close, pass the intersection before changing lane. It's either you are able to change before or after. And then we are making a left, exiting left. Make sure you exit with 80, and once you are on the exit ramp or lane, you slow down. And we have the advanced light. So we are currently on First Street, and right here, once you exit the northbound highway and you are on the First Street, the lane turns double. Make sure you change lane by default to the right. Anytime you are on a single lane and the lane turns double during the test, you change lane by default to the right. So take note. And then I am going to be changing back to the left. We are still on First Street. And I am turning left at the light. Check your blind spots, mirror blind spots, and then change lane. And we are turning left onto 5th Avenue. 5th Avenue. And we are turning right at the light onto 3rd Street. And as much as possible, treat yellow as red. Come to a complete stop. Scan through the intersection. When it is free to go, you go. Remember, you can make a right in a red after and only after you come to a complete stop. And we are in the neighborhood. It is 40. And then we turning left onto 5th Avenue. 5th Avenue. Come to a complete stop and go. And we are currently at the back of the plaza. We're turning right. And make sure you turn right into your lane. Into the right lane. Avoid wide turns as much as possible. And the speed here at the back of the building, anything between 30 and 40, you are okay. And then they're gonna ask you to head into one of the parkings at the right. And the lines are at angle 45. So make sure you park accordingly. One may ask, aren't we taking Pearl parking, 3.10 uphill, downhill parking in G? No, G is currently being modified. So they are running a modified test. So technically, parking is not part of G until further notice. Technically, parking are not part of G test until further notice. So we have come to an end for the Route A. We are going to be doing the Route B. Watch out for the video for Route B. Please comment and then give a thumbs up. If you have any question, contact Divine at 647-289 647-289-6514. 647-289-6514. Thank you.